Well, good morning. This is Joanne with the Jewel Design, and we are back with another lovely video. Series 1 was on Saturday, so we're Tuesday, or Tuesday morning, Tuesday afternoon, Tuesday whatever for you, hopefully. So yeah, I'm trying to stay on my every other day if I can help it. My Reels and my Instagram get a little bit of a break on the weekend because I can't always keep all the way through, but we're definitely working on everything else. So today we are working with vellum and scrap paper and digital ephemera. I have this whole, the whole ephemera kit for this kit. The whole ephemera pieces for this kit, and I've barely put any of them in the book yet. So I'm starting to get to that point where we're making more things, more pockets and stuff and whatnot, with either ephemera that I have, like we did with the envelope and we folded it, or whether I'm using paper or whatever. So we're going to get at it. I thought I could try to do some vellum work and realized that it didn't quite work as I was expecting, which is a little bit of a bummer. You can't really see it, but like I took my backgrounds and put them on white, apparently really thick white. You really can't quite see the background page that is the plaid and whatnot, but I think I'm just going to use it as a layer. You could see the green and the orange a little bit, but I try to put it on gold, and like, you guys have any glare, I am so sorry, you can't see it. Like, I don't even know, there's a glare, and there we go, maybe right there. You can see it. When there's no glare, you can see the background. And I sort of wish I'd maybe darkened up these elements, took off the brown, I don't know. I thought I'd give it a try, but I think I'm still going to use it in some form or another, because I can't not. So we're going to layer the vellum at one point and make it a flip in the center fold, hopefully today. This one, we're going to turn into a belly band, actually. And because I took a piece of paper that we had that I hadn't backed, and we're making it a 1, 2, 3. So the way I folded it, I ended up with a triangle pocket here, one here. So sorry. And then we'll put one behind the vellum. And the vellum's going to be a really thick belly band, so we can also tuck something in there, and we'll put ribbon on the top and bottom to sort of give it purpose. So I decided that the pages that have some of my coffee dye papers, I put one side, it's a little thick, so I think it's going to be too hard to write on, so we're going to put pocket on the other side. We're going to do the same thing on this end, I think, too. I have our envelope that turned into a big old pocket. We have this cute little notebook, isn't it adorable, that I put in it in our file folder. So I think on this side, we're going to put some kind of pocket on it. Oh God, there's something squealing outside. We are going to create some kind of pocket here to put a coin envelope of little goodies inside. Definitely whatever I have left over, I will put a chunk of fussy cut thank yous from me to you in the coin pocket to put in here. So I think some of our coffee dye pages, since I did one side, we're going to make it two-sided sort of ordeals because I think they're going to be too hard to write on. So, shouldn't have done that. I went to try to blow something off and realized that's all I did was move stuff around. My desk is a disaster, guys. I don't know about you guys. Started finding graphics for our Santa letter, but I have not put it together yet. If you watch my Reels, if you follow me on Instagram, I put this together. Isn't it cute? Took a Starbucks gift card and turned it into a little notepad and a little tuck. So these are stickers. Where I turned little stamp ephemera embellishments into stickers and tuck them in here, and those stamps are from chapter 1. So I thought they would be cute attached to this. Made a tiny little pocket using my definition just to cover the page accordingly, but we have those writing pages and whatnot, so do not open till Christmas. I thought it was cute. So you have a cute little repurposing, right? I love the coloring of it, so I was like, well, it's the right color. So anyway, got that done on my reel on Instagram, so if you follow me over there. This one, I'm thinking I was supposed to make my mom made Wendy's flip up, fold out writing area, and I'm gonna see if I can, I don't know, do something with this little envelope and maybe use the parts and do the same thing here, because I don't have any scrapbook paper, but this is printed front and back, so that might work for me. I still have to make that. I feel like I'm so overwhelmed. I'm making this, and I don't think I'm ever going to get it done. I'm not in time for someone to buy. I don't know. Though someone just bought my Thanksgiving kit last week. I'm so happy, so pleased. And she got it early. So she got it, she actually received it the morning of, or Friday morning. So before Vets weekend. So you know, hey, so this is something I think I'm going to try to make. We're going to make a cute little vellum flip right here just for the fun of it, right? And so we'll use some pieces for that. But that's, yeah, one more piece later, right? Oh, so I'll put that there to remind me that's what it's supposed to go there. I feel like I could keep going forever on this, and that's the problem. I could go forever, and I still have pieces of ephemera that isn't going anywhere. So anyway, yes, we're working on this side. Okay, I'm like, what are we doing? So anyway, same thing we did on the other side of the half, we're gonna do on this one. We put all this on one side, so let's put something on the other, and that way we're not losing all of it. The line is still on the other half. You know, it's still over here. Nothing's on it. Totally writable. Just like the colored, this colored one here is over here, and I don't think anything's on it either. Oh, I did one side. Ooh, and that's on that side, though, so I can't do it. So, yeah, we're just going to have to... Oh, man, that glitter, I got it from Dollar Tree, and now I'm sort of regretting it. It's on everything. I love it. I got it... Yeah, the sad part, I got it in gold. I got it in green, and I think I got it in silver. Oh, and it's everywhere. Like, I don't even know if I'm going to get it off. It's everywhere. See, you can't even, it's just there. I mean, it's, to a point it sticks to the paper, thankfully. So, well, yeah, this one does have something on it. Oh, man. Well, okay, we'll keep it simple. This is simple. I'm only going to decorate a little bit here. So, hopefully, yeah, we won't lose the writing because that's on that side. So, I don't want to go 1, 2, and 3. That's a little much. Though, you know, it keeps it keeps an off balance, right? And now the back, we have that, and I still need to glue this down, and we're gonna do some fun stuff with that. So I have plenty to do, but I can't get it. I don't think we're gonna be able to get it all on camera, guys. I'm gonna have to at some point just stop and be able to just sit and do this. And I know that means I may not have another video this week, but I thought I should do this since we were playing with the vellum and we were actually trying to make something specific. So what I'm thinking, I'm gonna do the trim a little bit top and bottom. I want a little bit of that red up here. There's a little red spot up here. I hate to cut it right in the middle, though. Oh my gosh, somebody is driving something, and it is literally squealing in the background for me. Oh my gosh. Okay, well, I don't want to do the trim top and bottom, only because it doesn't fit on the page, I don't think. And it's going to cut really tight. Okay, I want to make sure there's a little extra, so this has something to glue on. And then you guys can't see. All you're seeing is gold, which is fine. But if the person who buys it will see some green and red on the gold. We'll see some, I promise. I'm trying to see where all my spots are to see, like, at what angles. How low, how deep I want to go with this thing and cover all my bases here. I am looking for stuff. Oh, yeah, see, I like seeing this. Okay. Gonna have to mark it, and we're gonna have to cut it probably with a cutter because I don't think I can go straight otherwise. We definitely want it just a little bit past. So how are we all doing? You got through the weekend, right? Hopefully it was good weather or enjoyable, even if it was like bad, that it was like a good bad, right? It was a light snow or lovely rain, you know, what is it? Soothing rain. I don't know. We're not there yet. So we're Tuesday. So, yeah, we hopefully by Wednesday, we had some fog this morning that definitely gave us some wet, but we don't actually get rain until Wednesday, I think. So we'll somewhat cross our fingers there. See, my scraps are piling up again. Oh no. Oh, look guys, all my scraps. These are scrap papers. Here we go. But they're not like weird strips, but they're just scraps. Just as I just did all that work trying to clear out all the other scrap paper, I end up with more. So it's like, okay, well that's going to go to next year's. That's what I feel like. We're just going to keep adding. Every year, like every year's journal is going to get last year's like scraps to make something in it, right? To stretch it out. Especially when I'm always doing sort of this type of... I even think I'm going to cut off the top here a little bit because it is cutting it tight, and I want to make sure that when I do the ribbons and stuff on the top that we're not so close to the top that everything doesn't really stay glued down. Okay. Now, we're going to get some decor going. So yeah, no, I hope everybody's weather was good. It was enjoyable. It was delightful. I know there's holes down here, and it's a real bummer that I'm about to cover them. But, what's a girl to do? Okay, so we're going to do that. Now, I'm wondering if I should round the corners and then sit this inside that. Maybe. If I round it just right, might be cute. But I don't know what the point of rounding the corners. I'm going to put lace top and bottom to board. Like, we're going to go, I think, top to bottom, or side to side completely to keep everything in place. border that. So nope, we're not going to worry about doing corners because that doesn't make any sense. We're going to do that up a little ways. Okay, so let's glue this down. I'm trying to think if there's anything else I need to do to this darling little piece so I don't feel like, you know, I'm like, oh man, I glued it down and I shouldn't have. The only thing I can think to do would be to put a thumb notch maybe. Just make it a little easier for this to get in and out of so you can grab it right here, which is the goal. So where's my, let's see, Vellum is a 50-50 when it comes to cutting stuff out. And I don't want to take any of my color out that I just worked so hard to cut and not, you know, to remove. So I think about here. I know, you guys probably can't see anything. Oh, so sorry. Yeah, it was a trial and error on the whole Vellum thing, but I hate to waste it in any sense of the word. So, you know, oh my god, I hate wasting anything. I gotta use it somehow, and if it is just a light, you know. There we go. Alright, so let's give this a shot. I know definitely the glitter glue still shows, but, not the glitter glue, the, I did this yesterday too. I know this still shows some, but it's a little less, and we're going to put, you know, ribbon over the top of it, so it's not like we're going up and down and all the way over. My goodness. So yeah, no, our weather was good. We hit the mid-70s, which was a little warm for our Vets Parade on Saturday. I think poor kids sat out there for like an hour plus waiting to do what they need to do, and, you know, in the sun, and it's been my day. Out in the sun, and, you know, they're parched because we told them they couldn't have any liquid for a while because we could, you know, there was no bathrooms for it, because, you know, these kids are like constant, like, I gotta pee. I'm thirsty, but I have to pee. I'm thirsty, but I have to pee. It's like, no, no, no. We're out in the, you know, we're on the street. There's no businesses to close enough to do what we need to do. Shoot. Hopefully they don't just set my phone off. Hope you guys didn't hear that. I'm so sorry if you did. Let's make sure we turn everything else off. I know you're bouncing. So sorry. Oh my goodness. My emails blew up too. I hope you guys didn't hear all of that. I'm like, I didn't hear it until I got that last drop, but apparently. It is recording, right? Okay. And am I too far down? I am. You guys aren't even seeing what I'm up to here. I don't know if I move. Yeah, that's not a good move. Okay, hold on. Let me get you this way. I know, moving. Now, everything lets me move around a little bit, but then pretty soon you're going to be seeing my stomach. I'm like, there we go. I'll move it up a little bit too, but I have a tendency of working right on top of my thing. Okay, so, oh, yeah. So anyway, they were a little frustrated, you know, preteens and young teenagers are just like, oh, the end of the world. And you're like, yeah. But they did good. I mean, some people showed up at the last minute. Other people showed, like other groups, not our group, our girls. Everybody was where they were supposed to be as quickly as they were supposed to be. We were really proud of them there, and they did good. They got to totally perform. The color guard got to perform, and then all in the band got to perform their numbers a few times. As I made it the 2 blocks that we walked, that was sort of the bummer part. We didn't walk very far. There wasn't a lot of us. There was only 20 or so participants for this, so that was sort of a bummer for the Vets Parade. But I mean, it's a hit and miss. Veterans Parade is very specific, and you know the bands do a nice number, and you have our veterans in our cars, and had a really cool piece of military equipment. I have no idea what it was, but it was pretty cool. It was big. It was one of the first things that went out, which makes sense, right? So, I don't know. But we have a saddle horse parade. It's our rodeo technically in June, and that's a 50-50. That can be just as small or just as big too. It's our lights on parade, our Christmas rendition. That is the big deal, and that's going to be 40 to 50 participants, hopefully deep, and that's gonna be a really long day for the kids, especially when it's in the evening. Like, they have to start at 3:30, 4 o'clock, and the parade's by 5:30, and the parade takes forever just to get down. That's gonna be a long day for them, which is at the end of their Thanksgiving break, so like they have Sunday to like recoup, but yeah, before they go back to school. And I was like, I'm so sorry, it's a long day for you. Okay, so the goal is we'll do a little decor on this one, but it's gonna get tucked in here, right? We have this back here. We're going to have this cute little guy in one of these. Oh, and I don't have another one. Oh, wait. Whoa. Because I technically have another pocket. I can either put that one in the back one, But I have another pocket right here, which I'm wondering if I should put a divot right there so you can see it, which it is covered, so I could do it. Maybe I put a little one. Like, wait, I do have it covered, so let me see if I can get high or low. I don't know which way I want to do this. Maybe low. Now we'll go high. Let's see if we can do this and not make a complete mess out of it. Oh, that's a little one, which it does have. Eek. Silly little thing. Lets us sort of know it's there. I feel like I need to go a little deeper, but that's really hard to tell because here I go again, where I'm all... That's right where it was. There we go, a little deeper. There we go. All right. Tiniest little notch, so we know there's a second one to remind us there's a second one. Now, I am working on a number of different... I'm always working on... I've made more... I actually made more ephemera for this thing so far than I've actually ever used the digitals. Usually I always use my digitals and I sort of decor them and that's it. But I'm actually really proud of myself for trying to, like that Starbucks envelope, trying to use it and make things. Like, I'm not just throwing in my own digitals. Alright. Let's do that. So that it doesn't, you know, pop open and get caught. I feel like something fun. I don't know whether that should be in there for the fun. Because it is, you know, a double card. But you can you open it up and write on the whole thing. Maybe put his little face right there, but we need something back here, which I guess I could do. What's coming up? That one in there, which you see that, which is really pretty, but then I definitely need something back here. I have not made anything big enough yet to do that. Because that isn't really going to stick out. And I don't know if I want both on those. Ugh, one more thing to deal with. So I'm actually almost out of stuff. Like, no, I want to put that one back there. So I got to find something to go here. Now, I am working on this one. And maybe it's going to have to be where that one's in the back on that side. And then we have this, we're going to do this cute little hidden pocket thing, maybe. I think about folding because it's a circle. So maybe we'll, you know, tilt it and there'll be a word there or some little secret thing underneath there. And then leaves you room to write on the rest of it. So I don't know right now. All right, well, maybe we'll put this in here to remind me. I have a lot of those. I have 3 of these I have to do right now where I've got something to work on. So maybe not. But, okay. If we keep fussing about it, I'm not going to get anything done. So, okay, I do have one more thing to put. Oh, I put, like, somewhere. And I definitely want a cluster here for decor, and we're going to put other things. It's so weird to have it there. I feel like I need something. But I don't want to put anything sticking out of it because it's just going to get caught up in there. So I feel like we need to... I have some of Tim Holtz's words, so maybe we'll have to put a little saying of some sort up there. Mesh and something. Okay, we'll get crafty with that one too, but oh, let's not do that. It is a full belly band. You can sit just about anywhere, but we want to do it to where you can grab it with this. So I promise when you get it, you'll be able to move it. Like right now, you should be able to see it when I can barely. You know, anyway, there's a little bit of something there, and let's put some goobers across the top, and let's make this pretty. So we could do a light green on the background, and then we could put, as much as I'm going to regret it, we could put. No, we don't want more gold. Never mind. Let's not do more gold. And I can't use too much trim because I realize I have very little of this red trim left, and then I go into the brighter green trim. And I have 8 pages to fill with trim or ribbon, or trim, ribbon, or lace. So yeah, I'm like, ay. All right, so let's see, how do we want to do this? I feel like we want to do some interesting layering. I think this be flat, this be notched at a proper ribbon, and then we could even, oops. Do a little green or a little gold. I know more gold, but this is a lot thinner of a gold because I don't have any other color trim. We couldn't find any more trim when we were at Dollar Tree. We could find a ribbon and the gold stuff, but that's it. Unless I cut that really thin. I like the idea of this here, and maybe I'll do the green on the bottom. The green sparkly stuff on the bottom. We can do, I know, gas bright. Do the bright green, or do the very green on the bottom. Glitter. Ugh, right. And do that little one in the middle. Yeah, maybe. Okay. I think we got some potential here. Let me close things up. Yeah, my desk is a disaster. I've never had so much mess. I think we started out the mess last year with the flip-flop journal at my mom's house. And I kept it somewhat contained because, you know, we only had so much room. So it was great. But this year, I'm at home and, oh my gosh, it's everywhere. Because if I don't have it out, I wouldn't see it. And if I can't see it, well, what's the problem, right? So we're going to do this a couple different ways. Yeah. Nice thing is that can come down and up either way to where it shouldn't not come out. Let's get the right scissors. So, how are we then? Yeah, so I guess I started saying, and I got sidetracked as usual. How's everyone doing? Is everybody recovering from any illnesses? Is everybody hanging out with the weather? I said we had a good weekend. We had a good weekend for weather. We'll see how the week actually progresses, if it's gonna do what it's supposed to do. Hopefully you guys are all crafting well. Done with Christmas. I don't know if you're I guess if you're creating journals to be sold, are we all done with making Christmas journals? Are we on to personal? Like, are we at the point where you're making journals for yourself? Have you sold it all? Like I said, I'm behind, so I don't know. I guess anybody who's last minute doesn't grasp anybody else's, maybe they'll grab this one. But at any time, of course, you're going through this and you're just like, oh, I can't wait, no matter what, can't wait to see it, and I'm willing to purchase it. You're always willing to let me know that there's an interest in this one. It probably will go up on Etsy if that makes it easier for your sense of security. I can do it that way. It's just usually a little bit more because of the lovely fees that we have to deal with. I have to make up for some of that. I wish I could pass that. I wish I didn't have to pass that fee on to you guys. I have to pass some of it on. I'm afraid I cannot keep it completely free of charge here. I really wish I could, but I didn't have to. I'd pass it on, but I'm a small little business and it does not do well with all these fees, especially when I don't do handmade that often, which that'll change next year. We are gonna try to change that and find a different shop for the handmade stuff, because we may do this a little differently. Oops, there we go. So this one has a tag and a card. This is only like a 3-pocketed thing. It does have a hole in there, huh? I didn't do it right. There we go. Okay, so we're gonna do that, which is my new favorite piece. I love this little red. I don't know, I love it. It's so cute. So I don't know whether to go smaller. So we have different sizes. I think we are. Let's do that. This one's a whole lot harder to glue down, but I think we're all right. Oh. So yeah, I don't know. I mean, I can't wait. I mean, I have 2 journals that I'm gonna probably do for myself. I have to throw together a quick. I mean, I threw together the basics. My Snowy Winter 3 is my December daily, and so the pages are in place. I even sort of marked for where I think certain dates are gonna go. So I'm tempted, and I may regret that. I am tempted to, if I didn't put it on sticker paper or not, to predate them and just take my chances. I think last year I did that and I was like, oh, there was nothing to do. So I just put, of course, my favorite cards in it. Glue my favorite cards to the pages I didn't write anything in, which, there's nothing to write in. Maybe we'll just do that. My Christmas cards will go. Oh, I like that top. Okay. Now here's where I'm going to possibly regret this, but we're going to put, I can't reverse it. I don't know how to do it well. Reverse it the other way so it points. I don't know. I was like, I wish I had. I do have a hole puncher. I almost want to put holes in there to make it a ribbon. Okay, guys, let's see if this works. I have an idea. It may or may not work for me, because Let's see if the hole puncher, if I can get it somewhat. No, it did. It worked. So the problem is getting it out of there. Well, almost worked. Shoot, almost worked. It doesn't cut through all the way as I was hoping. Oh, yes, it does. Well, sort of. That's going to be messy. That's going to take forever. Let's see something. Maybe I can just do one on each end instead of cutting it at an angle like a ribbon, which, would be great, but maybe we can maybe just do one on each end so I don't really lose all my circles. Remember we had holes in the bottom of the page, and I wanted to sort of keep that, so maybe we can do it this way. There we go. Let's make it maybe one in the middle too. All right, I won't go up and down because that is going, if I do the whole thing, you're gonna hate me. Oh, but see, I was gonna think about putting this in the middle. And a little strip left over from the other guy. So I'm able to do each end and put that in the middle. That works, more of a bracket. All right. Oh my gosh, yeah, sorry. I hope you love glitter, because there's gonna be a lot of it. Ay. Whoever buys this, right? Because it is crazy. So, yeah, it was gorgeous on Friday. I mentioned that we did go to the Pinnacles. Yeah, that's national parks are getting, I don't want to say they're getting expensive. I hate to say that because, you know, we want to preserve, you know, our natural areas. We do. And you're showing up, so it means there's maintenance, it means there's trash, it means there's, you know, trails and all kinds of things that have to be taken care of. But yeah, it's like $30 for a car that will hold up to 7 people. It's $30. I was like, okay, and I had 7 days to use the pass. So I was like, well, all right, I guess, you know. So we did go out there, and we got there at 12:30, and we didn't get back to the car till like 4:15. So I have to say we left here at 12:30, so we got there. It takes about 40 minutes to get out there. So about 1:15, 1:30, we got out there, I guess. Yeah, somewhere there. Before 1:30. So 1:30 to 4:15. So about 3 hours, which we got lost. Of course, I took a left instead of a right at one point, and I was like, oh, wrong way, because I missed the first sign. Like, the first sign was telling me, hey, go this way. You know, if you go this way, you're going to go to the end. You're going to like a service road. Totally missed that sign, right? I see the other signs are all sitting, everybody's staring at it, and the way it's labeled, I'm like, yeah, no, that's not how you go. And I'm a dork. I should have known better. And I hate signs. I really do. There's times where maps and signs and trails we don't compute. Other times I'm fine, and sometimes I'm just like, no, that did not go right. So we spent like 20 minutes on a much wider road than we should have been on. I should have known better. And I was like, oh, yeah, no, this is not the right way. This is the Southern Trail, and this is the service road, and so we had to backtrack it real quick, go back where we wanted. So we didn't get to where we wanted to go because they also didn't have. All right, so we've got glitter. We have Vellum, gold Vellum with a little bit of print on it. We have a tag in here. We have a top header. We have this. We're going to put another fun thing up in here, and now we've got to put a little decor here. And this page is actually almost done. I do want to do a little work to that one. But that may be when I'm working on a bunch of other ephemera, I will do that. So we have a tuck or a belly band, even though I don't know whether I should just glue that down, but I think we need some give in the page so that we don't end up ripping anything. So we're going to leave it be. So we have a belly band with a triple pocket on it, and that keeps gluing itself down. And then we have, you know, another triple pocket on the other side. Decorated. So I am happy with that. I'm hoping though that page is going to hold. It's just a little edge that's a little torn, which I think when I was doing something else I realized that happened, and I was like, oh, okay. You always worry. Always worry. Okay, so that's done. I'm going to need it again. I know I'm going to need it again, so I will not put it up on its side yet. I am going to find somewhere. Whoops, that's not. I love that. Yeah, this came from one of our thrift shops. Okay, so we have more wreaths, which might be a little over daunting. Huge red thing. Nope, too big. Let's see if we have something else we can mess with. I was like, we need to sort of do a little something. But I feel like it's like more round on round, and it might be a little much. And no. Right? Like, I feel like we just do a cluster of something. You guys see? And like, I feel like, okay, no, I haven't. My coloring looks weird today too, guys. I'm sorry. Well, I'm hoping it's not as bad as it looks. That's a lot of round on round. I love these two together, of course, and even that's not bad for something, but I feel like there's a lot of round here. I'm not so sure I like all the round. I feel like we need to reduce some of the round somehow. Or just, like, yeah, I said reduce the round, and then I go add more into it, right? But that says no, well, I have greetings, but I don't have greetings. Santa greetings, Christmas greetings, sleigh greetings. Like, what other word can we use? I know I have the word greetings, but oh, Silent Night, Merry. I found more words. I'm really stoked I did find more of my words. They were hiding in something else. I was like, all right, that's good, but it doesn't help me. I don't know if I want to put another guy on here. That's sort of big, which makes him stick out, makes him stand out, like he's not so little. That's sort of cute. I feel like it just needs to be a cluster there. I feel like it needs to be... Did I lose all my trees? Yeah. I don't think I have any little trees. I don't think I gave myself any itty-bitty trees. I just have that one, and I think I used it already. I used the big one. I don't think I have a little tree. I don't know how I didn't give myself a little tree. I know I'm reaching across the thing, aren't I? Oh, yeah, see, I have a big tree. I don't have a little tree. Well, I goofed that one up. That would have been sort of nice on there. I feel like it's too big, though. Poinsettia, which we're doing in the back. I guess that's really big, but definitely a different shape. So what if we sort of, I have to clean it up a little bit, but we do that. And we still have the wreath in the middle. I sort of like that. Okay, that sort of works. All right, let me do, so let's see. We did the pinnacles, a little more expensive than I like, but still cheap. I mean, cheaper than a movie. We spent 3 hours out there, so I guess that's good. Yes, we got lost. We wanted to get up to what we call the Bear Gulch area, which is a lot of bat caves and the balconies, and it's a lot of really cool rocks and large rocks that, and I didn't really need to get into the caves. I didn't want to go that far, but I want to get up there. And of course, by the time we got up there at 12:30, so the parking lots were full for the upper area, and I was really sort of bummed about that. We just, yeah. I mean, I'd gotten up earlier and I got him out of the car, but like my oldest actually got up because the cat was bugging her at 8, and she got cold, so she actually crawled into bed to get warm with me, which is so rare. Like, oh my gosh, to have my big girl, my baby. She's my big girl, but she's my first. She's my baby girl. I actually want to come cuddle with mom. I was like, oh, so we sat, and of course we both fell back to sleep for 2 hours. So it's 10 o'clock, and my youngest finally is up, and she's in our room going, I'm cold. I'm like, all right, well. So she gets antsy. I said, well, if you're up and antsy, why don't you can you go make me and your sister coffee? And so she's like, okay. So she brings us coffee in bed. So we're all sitting, like, checking our phones and our emails and our, silly friends and whatever, because the kids are off that day. So, yeah, we're all having our hot cocoa or a hot chocolate and coffee. And it was great. I didn't want to really undo that. I was like, okay, well, are you sure we still want to go? She's like, yeah. I'm like, okay. So I had to go. Sorry, guys, I'm fussy cutting, so I figured I might as well talk while I'm fussy cutting. So, I'm like, I had to wash my hair. It was a disaster. And I had, and I'm like, nope, I'm not going to anywhere in this hair. So, I mean, in the tub, like, over the sink type of thing, and do a quick, wash it and curl it and get it up. And we were out within an hour, which was great. But we didn't think to take, we had a quick breakfast and we had the coffee, but we didn't really bring any lunch. So here we're leaving the house at 12:30, not thinking anything of it. I don't know what our thought process was. None of us thought about it. Not one of us. I don't know what the heck. They expect me to think, of course, for them. So, of course, I don't think of it. So we walk out. Of course, by about 3:30, 4 o'clock, we were starving. Oh my gosh. We were like, let's hightail it back to the house, back to the car, and we're getting, let's get A&W. Like, we're going to get A&W root beer floats, and we're going to get cheeseburgers with bacon and fries. And yeah, we figured we'd worked off our calories, and we could afford to do so. Like, oh my gosh. Okay. Yeah. So anyway, but yeah, so we didn't get out there till, 1:15, 1:20, and I was like, darn it, and so we had to go to the first parking lot near the opening, closest to the highway, and I was like, ugh. So they go, well, let's just hike up. I'm like, all right. And it really shouldn't have been. It should have been maybe at least 3 miles from our parking lot to the next parking lot that I wanted to park in at first. But that 20-minute detour that we goofed on did not help us at all, because that was 20 minutes that we could have gotten closer to the original parking lot, and maybe it wouldn't have been so bad. But you're just it's been a while, and we hadn't been up there yet in a while. And this is actually a sticker, so for once I am not gluing the sticker down. I have so many of these that I've made stickers, and I'm like, I keep gluing them down because they're in weird spots. Yeah, so it was sort of a bummer because like we really wanted to be up higher and we couldn't get up higher and we had to walk it up and got detoured. And we did see a deer real quick though. We saw quail at the end, little quail, I think quails, near the end, which was great. So we got a lot of great pictures of just greenery and rocks and plants and burnt animals. We didn't get a picture of the deer though. We were coming back from our detour. And there was a whole group of people coming back from the bear gulches we were heading towards, and the deer, it was just coming to that time frame where they're starting to look for food, and so it got startled. So it ran across the meadow we were trying to get towards just fast enough, or just right that my daughter saw it, and I happened to look up in time. So 2 out of 3 of us saw it, so it was sort of cute. Okay, so there's a little decor, the top and bottom. How are we doing, guys? Oh, so yes, we do have to do something with this. And I have one more to do. Now I know I definitely need to do it. We'll leave that there to remind me. I'm probably going to turn it sideways to remind me that we do have things to put in there and things to do. Okay. So then the vellum, that's the other one. But yeah, we got up there. We had a good walk. I have to say the girls did good. We did, make an effort to, it's my reminder. I still need to do that letterhead. But anyway, I had to take that inside. Yeah, we did good. We got to the bridge. Where we kept thinking we were getting to this one point, and we finally see maps, right? And they're like, no, you're here. You still have a ways to go. And you're like, ugh. So don't get me wrong. I ended up with over 15,000 steps that day. Actual steps. For once, I actually had a bunch of steps, and I wasn't just using my arms doing yard work. I actually had steps. I was like, oh my gosh, it's about time. So yeah, I don't know. But did a little walking, came home. We watched, I don't know, what did we watch that night? Oh, or I guess our Loki or something. We rewatched season 1 of Loki on Disney Plus, and so we're into season 2. I think we only have 2 more episodes to go, but oops, that goes backwards. So yeah, but still, I don't know. So we watched our shows, and then everybody, divide and conquered and did their thing. And so I am gonna do this bottom one because the top might be tucked in. It might not. I don't know yet. Once in the end, if I decide to make it a topper, then I'll do all 4 inches. So I think on this side we'll do the flip out so you have this side to write on, the spinner thing. Oh, okay. I know this one's really light, so if I go this, and then I go this, I think we might see this on top of that a little bit. Maybe, I don't know. But that's really big. And I really wanted to stop just above his head. So we'll cut here, and then I'll decide how big this one, and we'll work our way up. Okay, do I have a spot? Probably not. Yeah, so, we did good. We walked it. It was gorgeous out. It was a little warm in the sun. A little warmer than we expected to be in the sun, actually. Because I was really trying to hope for also I was trying to keep to shadier pathways. Because I know my daughter was having to walk the next day in the vet spray, and I didn't want to overtax her, but I also wanted to sort of warm her up because I was like, you are going to be, dead. It's going to be, your bones, your muscles are going to be cold. From, just being at school, and then if we don't do anything today, you're never going to be able to, walk it out tomorrow. So I was like, yeah. So yeah, there was that too. But anyway, no, she did good. She was fine. Everybody made it in that sense. See, more scraps. Woohoo, more scraps. So now I need to trim off the rest that I don't want to see. All the little white non-print areas. Because there is a little bit of, that seems really short. I came up a little shorter than I wanted. Or did I do it backwards? I don't know which way I want to do that now that I think about it. Okay, hold on. So, I did it this way and realized I cut it... I guess I cut it up higher than I thought. And it's too wide. So, I'm almost tempted actually to go... reverse the direction. Because we are going to, again, put some ribbon up here and just lightly score it to flip up. So you have a slightly hidden space, but when you do that, you can't see his face. So yeah, I really didn't want to cover his face up. So, is that upside down? It is. Okay. Now I can't, it's hard to tell, yeah. So if I do it this way, it almost matches the one that's there. I do need to trim a little bit of this off. Okay. What am I going to do? But all in all, it was a good trip, and good to be outside, and yes, a little warmer than I would have liked, and not quite as shady as I was hoping, but you do what you have to do. Alright, so we're going to keep that, which means this one needs to be definitely shorter even than that, because it's going to be that. And watch, this is too long. This is definitely longer than anything else. And I don't mind that, actually. So maybe we'll make them all a little different then. Then maybe, even though this one tentatively at the end will be just tucked up underneath the ribbon, it's going to be longer, so this one needs to be shorter. Let's see if I can find that line that I want, because everything's going to get trimmed up. So we'll go to the top of the green line, which I know you guys cannot see, and I don't know if I'm able to see it without losing it. I'm like, without losing it. There we go. Oh my goodness. Alright, did I do that right? When I trim everything else off? Yep, okay. We're going to make it, you know, I don't need to trim that top off because it's probably going to get covered by whatever. Now, yeah, the downside about all of this is that you don't see that underside at all. And I'm wondering then if we go this way, then yeah, either way, no matter what we do, there's something you don't really see. So, I hate when things don't work the way I want them to. Normally, I love my things, but it's like one or the other. That's just so muted, and it's like, I think it's going to be great to help cover the back of something that I don't have covered. Like if I need to make something and I need a back to it, I think the vellum on white would be sort of helpful. So we're just going to do this, I think, and this, and we're going to do that, and we're going to just put the ribbon across the top, and it's just going to be a nice light thing. Not being exactly what I was hoping for. Ay, ay, ay. Don't you love when that happens? When things don't go the way you want them to go? I think that's what I'm getting down to, though, guys, is I'm getting to a point where I'm like, I have all these ideas, and then I have to waylay them for kids, or because I'm not ready to record, and then I get to it, and I don't remember what I was going to do. Or it doesn't come out the way I want it to. Ugh. And I think that's the thing. I'm going to be like, I have maybe one more video out of this, and then I'm going to have to just stop and work my little butt off on it, and then show you the flip through, because I don't know. Ugh. And even then, I'm like, tomorrow I'm crafting, which don't get me wrong, I said I have glitter and lace forever to be working on. I know, this is not, and the moment I put anything solid on there for layering, it's going to block everything else. Right, you're going to see a little vellum, you're going to see a little white, you're going to see, like, I like the idea of the lace, but I think I just put real lace on it then. I'm like, come on, I have how much real lace? I've been using all kinds, but let's see, what's this? At the little stuff, but I'm wondering if something larger would help this stick out a little bit more if I had a little something down the side. Yeah, so thank you for trying to do this on camera. I can put it on the edges, but then you can't really flip it up. Like, oh, this back. Like, why does it look wrong? It's backwards. Yeah. If I want to be able to flip this up at all, I'm going to have to hit this just right so I can flip it up, but glue it down here. Put the line so you can flip it up as a hide hole. I can put a little bit of gold, or not gold, brown, not brown, beige, the right wording here. Layering underneath. I think like a little bit of this on the bottom of that is pretty. And that is definitely a given to go to balance out what's going to be up here. So let's work on that too. It is on the fly, people. But yeah, I'm getting but anyway, Pinnacles was good. The Vets was long, but like the parade was short, but the work and the prep for it was long. We started at 10:30 that morning, and we got back at 2:30, so that was only 4 hours. It should have been till 3:30, but time we were done, it was like we were done early. Like the moment we were done with our part of the parade, like we just kept walking back to the junior high. Like we did not go back to the staging area when these kids didn't need to like go back on a bus, or yeah, we walked over, we were gonna walk back. So we're just like, nope, we're gonna walk right off the parade route, and we're gonna keep going. Like, oh, there's no point. These guys are already in momentum. They're already marching. They're already walking. So let's just go. Play a little music as we went. We had to make sure the girls, of course, didn't do their flags because we would have smacked into each other. But what I could do, though, I could put some white. I know it's white, but but it has that white in the other one. We could do a little white here, and then I could put, I can't use up all my gold trim. Ooh, but I could put some of this stuff. I could do a line of that down the middle, and that would be pretty. Okay, let's do that. Like, I only have so much trim. All right, let's do this so we know how much we need. It reminds me a little bit of the lace we're using in the digital. Ooh, that's my marker for 45 minutes, guys. Oh my, well, at least I got a whole page done with you. So we are not too far out. Let's see, time is up. Yeah, I know. Oh, but the weekend went well, and Sunday I put all of our, had to put all of our 2 patios worth of what do you want to call it? Patio furniture away, duh. I'm like, duh. I had to wrap it, I had to bag it, I had to clean it. The cushions took a beating, they would get dusty, and then we get a little bit of fog, and everything would get seriously disgusting. So I had to work on that. I had to clean those up a little bit to see if they'll survive. Right? Now, before I do that, I'm going to have to pick a spot to fold and work everything off that fold. So, let's see if we can do this. Yeah, I had to do that on Sunday. So we had another lazy morning. Everybody did their own thing. Somebody they slept, or they, we got up and, just tooled on phones or whatever, but, we did what we needed to do, and then, then I got up and I cleaned up, I raked stuff up, and I did it. So I sort of did a light flip on that. I don't like the fact it stays up, but I feel you need to be able to, lift that up and see underneath it. Okay. And then what we'll do is we will glue this down over that flip. Sticks up a little bit, that's okay. And we'll glue this. I think I'm going to distress it a little bit. I think we're going to see it. I think we're going to keep it below the flip line. And we're going to keep it right here, right where, it's going to still flip up, but maybe not catch. Or, yeah, I'm going to put it right on that line. I'm going to glue a little bit down, and then we'll put the lace on top of it. And the lace can do a little whatever, but it can bend a little bit. It's sort of just like if you wanted to. You're really not going to hide anything underneath it, I'm afraid. It's not that kind of hide a hole, I'm afraid. I was hoping. It's like a fabric flip where you could hide something underneath it. Not quite that kind of flip, Oh well. I just thought it'd be fun. It is. I'm still blocking his head. Isn't that funny? No matter how hard I tried. I swear, if I put it over here, it would be right here and it'd be fine. Of course, I put it over there and it's, blocking his head. Aye. Well, I want to give you more room to write, right? Right? Well, I don't know. It was a good weekend. I did all, I was trying to wait on this video so you guys could have something new to listen to, but I don't know. At least I can say I got two pages worked on with you guys today, which is a bonus. I have to work on all of that ephemera. I think I actually will I'll try to set a bunch of this ephemera up and ready to go as much as I can think of, so that I'm not doing too much of this on the fly. And we can, maybe we'll do some ephemera next, and then some big pieces that I really wanted to work on, like this with you guys. And I have the last big scrapbook page back here. I want to put a poinsettia like tab on it. So and I have all these other pieces that are very, fun to cover up and use. I think we'll do that, and that way, you get a little bit of creativity with me besides just all the usual. And I'll have to then, get that video for Thursday. And then hopefully, if I really get to it this week, we'll see, I might be able to do a flip through with you guys over the weekend. Maybe Sunday we'll do instead of a digital reveal, we will do a flip through. Now this is going to be fun. I'm going to go right down the middle with this one. But thank you all so very much for watching, liking, commenting. YouTube got a hold of my Saturday video. Made a bunch of suggestions, so I got a lot of views. Not a lot of time watched. The most people average only about 4 minutes. But for some reason, the right wording was there, and YouTube did put it out there so that people would suggest it, and it was super cool. I think it came under the best video for the person type of thing, though a lot of people weren't the best. I don't know what they went. Weren't the best person for it because they didn't like it or stay around for very long, but it's the best views I've had, I think, ever, outside of a reel. So, it's a step in the right direction, right? So will keep liking and loving it, I hope, and keep subscribing, and so that I, you know, keep getting noticed and we get my videos to the top and more people can see them and we can grow this business, you know, well, so that I can, you know, continue to make handmade things and provide you guys with supplies and change up this, you know, change up the store next year. You know, still do digitals when I get the bug, and that digital shop isn't going to go anywhere for some time. I'm just going to keep, you know, changing it up and refreshing stuff so that we're not paying for anything that's just sitting there. But we're going to start working on more and more handmade stuff and supplies and bundles and things like that. So in a better format. And so to do that, though, we still need the YouTube to keep growing, both my mom's and mine. So we're just going to keep working at it, and hopefully things will keep going. So hopefully a Thursday video, and then hopefully a Sunday, either Saturday evening or Sunday morning. I don't know. Yeah, I'm able to just do a midnight, you know, Sunday morning, Sunday midnight, or, you know, Monday midnight, Saturday night, Sunday morning, however you want to put it. We'll do our flip through reveal, and we can, you know, that way we can go from there with it. So, well, that's sort of cute. I mean, it's pretty, it's light, you know, I mean, it makes these guys still stand out. You can flip it out and you can write underneath it, but you can write, yeah, right underneath it. You can, yeah, I might, yeah, I don't know. Maybe I'll glue another piece underneath the vellum if I wanted something fancy again, fancier. But right now it just gives it an extra umph of antique-y. So there we go, ladies and gentlemen. I hope that strokes some fancies. This is the first time I've done a vellum that I didn't quite care for my print work. I'm like, but we made the most of it. So there you go. We have that page done. We have this done. We'll do a ephemera cluster of stuff, and then, you know, get this baby done and get everything going. So love you all very much. Really appreciate you coming along with me on this crazy little trip. As we got our pages done and one page apart. Oh, fun. That's good. All right. So we got things done. We've got pockets. We have ephemera in place, and we're just working our way along. So love you all very much. Thank you so very much for watching, liking, loving, and commenting. Hopefully you'll subscribe if you're new and you found me via suggestion. And if you know, been around, say hi. It'd be great to not just get maybe a like here and there, but actually hear your voice via word, and let me know how you're doing and how things are going. And if you know, came over from Gail, came over from Lorette, came across my shop and came over here, whatever it may be, I'd love to know how you found me and what you are up to. And maybe, you know, if are you using one of my kits right now? What are you playing with? So thank you so much. Love you all. Talk to you soon. Bye-bye.